about 2.5 years after dating, we moved in together. I just moved here.
So after Carrie moved in, she started adding her touches to the entire place.
Hello, Fluffy. The first one is Fluffy. And then it upgraded to Kaka, who's really adorable. Nice. Okay, go up. She's dancing. And then we got Bodhi. I say hello. Yeah, so quiet. Bodhi's a little bit shy. It's Lulu. Hi, Lulu. This is Gandalf, the newest addition to our family. Yeah, my mom was like, you better check with Kevin. Stop buying so many animals. Is he okay with it or not?
Of course, having creatures around means they will start biting on everything, especially my plants, right? So this is sort of, something to get used to for me.
He had to adjust. Before we got married, we've been living together for about 4 years.
We've got married in December 2025.
I take you as my partner, my equal, and my forever love.
The formal marriage was very recent. I mean, people kept congratulating us and saying, oh, congrats on your new chapter. Then I'm like, because we've been staying together for a few years already, so nothing essentially changed. Yeah, we got married because about a year ago, I was thinking that if I'm very old and I didn't have any nice photos of us together, then that would be a regret lah. So I asked him, what do you think about going to do like a travel photo shoot together? When we told our parents we were going to do a photo shoot, they were looking expectantly at us like, are you guys going to get married?
And we said, hey, maybe we should look into that out of respect.
Being officially married didn't mean much of a difference to us, but it probably would have made a difference to my parents, the whole legitimacy part. So we figured that we should just do that to set the parents' minds at ease. Years ago, we talked about maybe we only need the paperwork when we're really getting old. If you went to the hospital, you needed a spouse to sign off on things, but it wasn't like an important thing for us in the immediate term. Of course, I didn't go splash around to all my constituents that I'm in a cohabiting situation when I was MP. I am aware that certain people in society might look at it a certain way. I didn't want to deal with what certain parts of society might have. They might have an opinion on it.
This home that we're in is actually co-owned by my ex-wife and myself.
So moving into his marital home, I didn't feel anything was weird. The only thing probably was the bed lah.
And then we bought a new bed. My ex-wife and I, we divorced in 2018, and I've got 2 teenage sons. Alex is 15 and William is 17.
Carrie, Dad.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. My 2 boys, they would come over after school on Friday, and they will stay here until Sunday after lunch. I mean, they're teenagers, so most of the time they'll be on their devices. They tell me they're connecting with their friends online, and I hope that's true.
So the kids, they actually didn't realize that I've moved in until almost a year after.
We didn't actually ask them if they were okay with that arrangement, and only realized later on.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
And then after the fact, then we realized we didn't ask them. Then we asked them, are they okay? And then they said, yeah, they were quite cool. So
They were quite cool about it.
guys, dinner's ready. Come on for dinner.
Relax.
See you playing game.
Yeah, look, having Impossible Burger today.
Alex, you asked for Impossible Burger.
Oh.
Hey, you missed this?
Ah.
Do you guys remember our first trip together? 4 of us?
There's in Malaysia?
We went to Bandung, that's in Indonesia. How did you guys feel at that time? Because that was the first trip that you were on with Auntie Carrie.
I don't know, it just felt quite normal.
Normal?
Yeah.
It's normal for you?
Yeah.
You didn't mind me being
I mean,
there?
you're just another person on the trip.
You guys remember fighting? Dad got tired of breaking you guys up and he just said, let them fight lah. So y'all were in the hotel, you started whacking each other. And I was so traumatized. I hid in the bathroom and just sat there and cried. I'm like, what's going on with this? So half the time during the trip, I was just stressed out. You had no idea I was stressed out. I didn't realize what dating a single dad was like until we went on that trip.
So from the first time we met, I mentioned to Carrie that I have 2 sons. I didn't have any intention of holding back information.
I guess when we started to actually date, then it created questions in my mind. Like, how would it be? Like, would the kids be okay with me?
I only realized that, she was his girlfriend when we started going over to her house, like, quite frequently to see her cats.
I just kind of accepted it, I guess. Yeah. And it was good that he was able to start moving on.
I see her kind of like an auntie, basically. Just another family member.
I guess I see her as like, a really close relative. Because we already call our mum, it would be weird to call Auntie Carrie mum as well, right?
What would you like to have? So occasionally, Carrie and I come to Wisdom to have short dates.
We like this place because we can bring her.
We first met in 2011, and this was through a mutual friend's introduction.
At that time, there was a guy I was casually dating. And I mentioned to him that I wanted to start a social enterprise. And so he introduced Kevin because Kevin was in the social entrepreneurship space.
I felt that Carrie was definitely very passionate about the cause, very idealistic.
I was naive enough and idealistic enough to start the organization, Start Daughters of Tomorrow, to help these women that I met in India. So in the subsequent years after that, I would bump into Kevin at various industry conferences and events. And I quickly learned that his organization did not directly help charities to raise money. So I'm like, oh, okay, no need to talk to him lah. So I'll just move on.
In 2018, after my divorce,
I knew moving forward that my future partner would have to understand the consequences and considerations around marriage and family.
I was just flipping through the newspaper in the office one afternoon and saw an article that covered Carrie's story. Found out that she actually had gone ahead to start Daughters of Tomorrow, and she also shared about her own divorce.
It was like a rather hasty marriage. We were only dating for 3 months and we were very, very poor fit lah. So we had an annulment. This was around 2011, 2012. I didn't have any hang-ups about people who were divorced because I went through my lessons as well in life about marriage. Do you have a favorite among the pets? For Kevin, what I saw was that he took the lessons from what didn't work in his previous marriage, and I guess I got to benefit from the upgraded version.
For me, it was seeing how genuinely interested Carrie was in my 2 boys, that she wanted to spend time with them and that she had care and concern for them. Those were very important factors for me.
It took some mental and expectations adjustment, realizing that, if you were to be in a relationship with this guy, you're probably never going to be the priority. But I thought that his dedication to the kids also equaled the dedication that he would show to a committed relationship, and I figured that that's what I would want. Kongkong's coming for lunch. There was like one occasion where Alex called me mom by mistake, then I had a little buzz. I'm like, that's nice, but I think it's more important that the kids are comfortable. I'm here to be the least disruptive as possible and as supportive as I can be to their lives.
What is the project that you guys are going to submit this year?
Comparing the performance of two different types of Doppler predictor.
Okay. So it's by virtue of this co-parenting arrangement that my time with the boys is necessarily constrained. It's one of those funny feelings, you know, you wish you would have had more time with them, and yet if you had all the time, then you wouldn't actually be cherishing the moments, right? So at the beginning of the separation, each of those episodes of sending the boys back over would result in me coming back home to an empty and quiet place. Hey guys, see you. Love you. See you next week. Yeah. It felt quite dreadful, and it took a while to get used to that. But things are different now. After I drop the boys off, you know, I come back and Carrie is there.
Now we gotta figure out where to put. I think put here.
Okay, now. You hold, I go and see.
So these are the photos from our wedding shoot in October last year. They just arrived in from Yunnan. I guess now with the wedding photos on the walls, it feels like set in stone. Done. Yay.
What we try to do to keep things exciting is to have, you know, common experiences. There was once we signed up for a gelato making business course.
Because we were thinking about retirement planning. And he was inspired by this old couple who runs a gelato cafe.
Gelateria.
Yeah, and then we're like, okay, maybe we can start a gelato shop. So a few days after we got married, it didn't feel like anything has changed until Kevin got a message from CPF about a nomination thing.
Allocating the CPF to the two boys.
And then he asked me to be a witness for him. So then we realized that we had different expectations about what to do with our CPF. So I was a bit puzzled, like, hey, you don't plan to take care of me as your wife, ah? I was thinking about CPF in the long term, like what happens when you are like 90 years old, I'm at 81, and then at that time I would be a dependent.
I mean, I thought about it like the way I would think about my insurance policy, which is, you know, my kids are dependent on me and the insurance is to take care of them. It gave me the opportunity to reflect on the whole marriage process, right? Why did we even get married in the first place? And that was to seal the commitment, so to speak. Then I would honor that commitment. So I re-updated my CPF nomination.
Who gives in more in the relationship?
I think it's equal. Can we go with equal?
Politically correct answers.
Yes.
What's one thing the other person does that instantly perks you up? When he offers to pay for my stuff.
What's the silliest thing you've argued about?
Oh, he would like turn on the aircon for his air plants. Then I'll be like, you never even turn on aircon for me, you turn on aircon for your air plants.
Succulents, the succulents.
Don't know lah, some plants lah.